Hello and welcome to the NASDAQ forecast. The market is going to open up in about half an hour for the Asia session. Let's start looking into the daily for NASDAQ. What happened today is yesterday was an inside day, it was an accumulation day, but today it went all the way back up to this 4-hour fair value gap and is trying to get into those fib levels here. Is this manipulation or is this going to this equal highs and back up to the all-time highs? Given that it's NFP tomorrow, market might show some kind of a manipulative behavior here. Let's look when we look into the ES, we will know a little bit more because NQ typically follows ES, so we'll see how ES is behaving. But overall, what we can say is market has reached these levels. Could be market might go in here as part of the Asia session, reject and go all the way down into these levels, or NFP is pretty good and market might just keep screaming up. So both possibilities are on the table. So let's look into the 4 hours to see how the market fared today. As you can see here, this is during the New York Open, and it gave us a little bit of manipulation here down and then went back up into the 4-hour fair value gap. That's why the alerts in here gone off, they were triggered here. 23,581, this is the consequent encroachment of the 4-hour fair value gap in here. So does it go up to the equal highs, or does this end in here and keep rejecting? So got to keep close eye on that and see whether this is the area of rejection or will it get to the equal highs in here. So the possibilities that we would like to forecast would be market getting down to these areas and go back up, or market go back up in here and accumulate a bit and go all the way back down. So there are these two possibilities. So we got to see how the market opens during the Asia session, how it behaves during the London session, and ultimately 8:30 a.m. tomorrow NFP. So that's about it on the 4 hours. I don't want to really go into the 1 hour because at this point of time there's not much that we can derive. 4 hours in a daily is good enough because our forecast yesterday was spot on. Market did rally up, hitting these 4-hour fair value gaps and even going further. So it's pretty good. Let's start looking into the ES now. ES on the daily. Yesterday we did discuss that the ES is pretty bullish. I didn't really see any bearish trend in here. So after this rejection, it was even confirmed that market is trying to go up. So it is going to the all-time highs there. We got to wait and watch, especially given that tomorrow is NFP. So on the 4 hours, as you can see, market has already reached these levels. It's pretty hard to say whether it'll keep continuing up or maybe it will start going down, and with NFP it will manipulate somewhere in here or directly go down to the daily imbalance, to these fib levels and back to the weekly sell side, or it's going to be screaming all the way up. So it could do either of those two things. We need to keep our options open. Let's see how the Asia session behaves. Let's see how the London session behaves, and ultimately we need to wait for the 8:30 tomorrow and try to understand what NFP can give us. So once we see what NFP has given us, then I think we can take whatever that is needed there as part of the NFP process. So just be careful, don't let your accounts go into drawdown. Wait for the NFP, because that's the goal there. As long as you have your strategy up in place for NFP, you're going to have screaming profits there. So let's hope everybody stay safe, and let's wait for tomorrow's NFP, and let's see how things go. Thank you.